Hello everyone, Sean Rogers, West USA, lead of the Mr. Rogers Homes team, and I thought I was going to try something different, but then I thought to myself there really isn't, that many ways to do a market update differently. I really don't want to reinvent the wheel, but I do want to get to statistics or facts out there to you. So this one I'm going to kind of freewheel and skate and see how it goes, and if it works out well, then we'll do it monthly or more regularly than every now and then. So bear with me, and we'll just rip right through this. If you have any questions, as always, please reach out to me. Would love to answer any of those questions in the reference to Valley of the Sun Real Estate. All of my contact information can be found below. Can be found below. There we go. And just want to dive right into it. So this will be statistics for April 2021, now that we're in May 2021. So kind of looking back, I guess if I had a crystal ball or magic wand, I'd be able to tell you what all of May in the future looks like. I don't. So we're just going to move forward with the information I do have. And what I will do at the end of this video is post up or just put up the statistics sheet, so then you can just flat out read it, as I'll just give kind of a brush over or a broad stroke view of it, so then you get kind of a general idea. So I hope that helps you out, and let's go. So this month, April 2021, we saw 9,754 homes closed. Last month there was 9,914 houses closed, and last year there was 6,858 houses closed. So you can see we're down a little bit from last month and definitely up significantly from last year. The current active, and this is kind of what a lot of people beacon in on, the current houses on the market, what we call active or for sale. Currently, there's 4,511 houses for sale. Last month, there was about 3,600. So good news, we're up from last month. Bad news, if you're looking at last year, we had about or just under 13,000 homes. So you can kind of do the math there and see where we are with inventory. We're low, and that's what's creating all the buzz here about, houses are flying off the market and people are lining up to get a look at them and perhaps put an offer in on them. Of course, there's always, for lack of a better word, there's always secrets or skills to the trade, and that's why we're here. Remember, not so much, again, a plug for our team, but when you work with the Mr. Rogers Homes team, and you're buying a property, there's no charge for us to represent you. So if you could have a top team with the most positive reviews in all of Arizona working for you, protecting you, and negotiating for you for free, well, at least look into that option. Okay, the next statistic that I'll throw out there is the actual new listings that are coming on per month, or what we would see as new. And they're saying, and I say they, the statistics that we're pulling here, that there's about 10,546 new listings coming on. And last month we were about the same, 10,245. And then last year there was, per this sheet, 8,622. So I really don't know the correlations affect the market when those numbers are kind of that close. You can kind of see the statistics before that where active listings definitely had an impact on or is having an impact here. So the next one, and I usually skip over this one, is the sold to list ratio, which kind of means, how fast or how we're selling percentage wise, selling them, or selling them as after listing them. And statistically speaking, I don't really know how we can go over 100%, but looking at this number, we're at a 101.2. So I guess we're selling, an inside joke or an inside site would be we're selling more houses than we have, which would make sense. They're moving quickly. So, and then last month, and when you look at the sheet, you'll be able to read it kind of broken down easily for you to dissect. But last month we were at 99% even, and last year we were at 98.2. So, we're about right there across the board. Again, I just kind of find it a little humorous that we went over 100%, but so be it. And let's see here. We can probably skip by the listing success rate. It kind of correlates the same as last. How well are we closing properties, or are we selling the properties when they're listed? And that stat you'll be able to see is 98.1. So again, your house is going to sell, or I'm sorry, a house on the market is going to sell. Here's the one that a lot of people focus on, and thanks for, by the way, thank you so much for just listening. This is more my style, just to be able to read statistics, facts, and sorry if I'm kind of stumbling over that word. Boy, you wouldn't, you never really know what word you can pronounce or word you can pronounce easily and what kind of roll off your tongue, but hopefully you'll get the gist of what I'm trying to convey to you. And this next one would be the supply of inventory. And again, this is what a lot of people kind of beacon in or focus in like a laser. You traditionally want a healthy inventory, keeps the market at a balance. However, we're at currently about 4.6, so about a half a month or 2 weeks supply of inventory. That is dangerously low. You usually want between 2 and 4 months of inventory to keep it kind of at a balance. I guess the good news is last month it was about 0.36 months. So I guess, 7 or 8 days by the math, less than 2 weeks. So I guess a little bit of good news there. Last year we were about 1.85 months, so about 2 months of inventory, right about where you want to be. So you can see, and everything that I'm saying, and reading from this stats sheet is, there's a way to say it, stats sheet, instead of suffering through statistics. So on this stat sheet, most of the numbers based on the facts that we're given are following true to suit based on what the market is doing and how we agents are reacting per our customers' demands based on supply and demand. So the average days on market now, and that kind of, again, correlates back to inventory, is about 28 days. And last month, it was about 34 days, and last year about this time it was about 48 days. That seems about right. Again, that fluctuation or the mean average in there isn't really something that I would focus in on, other than to say, hey, your average days on the house, your average house will stay on the market for about 28 days. So, simple math, rounding up, you have about a month to get your orders in your affairs in order. And thanks for bearing with me. I can do a lot more for the common good by just going through these stats. And so bear with me if there's any, bloopers in there. Maybe they're funny. Get a laugh out of that. So, but again, going back to the days on market, you can see that there are about 28 days on the market. And that's about, plus or minus what it's been. So again, that's not really a news flasher to me. What is, again, another one that's going off, and I'm almost, my mind is almost blown at this, is the fact that the average sales price for houses right now, the average is about $500,000. Is the average sales price for April 2021, where last month it was about $477,000. Even that is a pretty sizable increase by the numbers for, about 30 days. And last year at this time, we were about 371,000. So that's kind of where my mind is blown to see, a house of last year is at 371. Now it's, just tipping over $500,000. I guess I can say, and I'm asked all the time, or I guess agents are asked all the time, buyers would say we don't want to overpay, and I totally respect that. Whoever, nobody wants to overpay for anything. So I guess what I would say is it's kind of difficult to say you're overpaying or underpaying, much like a seller would say we want to get everything out of it. When a seller bought a house X amount of years ago, they paid this price for it, X. Fast forward now, it's, X plus. It could very well have been X minus, or it might be, down the road, God forbid, the market crashes and everything goes south. But my point being is, I guess the value is what are you comfortable? Do you have the roof over your head you like? Is the backyard what you like? Are there enough bedrooms and bathrooms? Is the layout what you like? Is there enough garage space for the vehicles and storage? And if there is, and you're comfortable with the payment, then I guess I always try to tell clients, let's not focus in on what the last guy sold it for, or what you're buying it for. I guess if you're an investor and your idea or your goal is to fix it, quote, and flip it, then ROI, return on investment, plays heavily on that, on those numbers. But if you're buying a house, again, for your family to live in, I don't know that everybody that takes a 30-year mortgage is going to stay for 30 years. But I do know that if your payment, again, is where you want it to be, and you love the house and neighborhood and surrounding shopping and hospitals and access to freeways, highways, etc., then life is short. Make yourself happy. Live there, and when it comes time to sell, again, reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to give you what we call a CMA, comparable market analysis, and see what we can list your property for. In the big picture, if you're house shopping, it's, again, there's what we do is put together a game plan for you to make sure that you're, for lack of a better word, if you had a list or I'll say that, a list of, must-haves versus needs. We kind of want to cross-reference and get you as many as possible. But overall, you want to make yourself happy. And if you're getting a majority of those checks or X's crossed off in that house and everything else falls in line, then go for it. Because overall, or in the end, as we always joke around, renting is one thing, and there's nothing against renters. We will help people find rentals all day long, and we will also help somebody that has an investment property find tenants for their rentals. We're a complete full-service real estate firm. But again, sorry for babbling on a little bit, but my point being is, don't always focus so much on price. Obviously, we have a range, or you have a range you want to be in, hopefully under, but if everything feels right, go for it. And when the time comes to sell it, we will do everything we can to capitalize profits for you on that end. So there is, as quickly as I can do it, a look back on the housing stats for April 2021 in the Phoenix metro area. Hello everyone, I'm Sean Rogers, Realtor and lead of the Mr. Rogers Homes team here in the Valley of the Sun, Arizona. If you're thinking about buying, selling, renting, or investing, please reach out to me. All of my contact information could be found in the descriptions of our videos below, and we'd be more than happy to get you moving. As always, thank you for watching our videos and supporting our channel. Remember to keep a lookout for other links to videos that we think you'll enjoy. Till next time, take care. God bless America. Talk to you soon.